The weather in your town or city is usually the same and doesn't change very much. In summer, the weather is usually sunny and hot. In winter, it's usually very cold, rainy, or even snowy. When the weather changes, all you normally have to do is wear different clothes. Sometimes there are other weather events that are more serious, and they can have a big impact on you and your family. These events are called natural disasters. I don't want you to be scared or worried about natural disasters, but it's important to understand what natural disasters are so that when you see a natural disaster, you can know what it is and what is going to happen. So you can think about this as an English lesson and a science lesson. Let's find out more about natural disasters. First, let's talk about a thunderstorm. A thunderstorm is an event that often happens when it rains a lot. When there's a thunderstorm, you can see lightning in the sky and you can hear loud thunder. There are a lot of thunderstorms where I come from. I come from the desert. Because the weather in the desert is very hot and dry, the thunder in thunderstorms is louder than in other places. Sometimes the thunder is so loud, I get scared and I hide under my pillow. But thankfully, it doesn't rain very much in the desert. When it doesn't rain for a long time and the weather is very dry, sometimes there is a drought. During a drought, there is a lot less rain than normal. So this means that the water in your area's rivers and lakes might start to disappear. So, if there is a drought in your area, it's really important to conserve water. You can do this by taking a shower instead of a bath, or by turning off the water when you do the dishes. By conserving water, you can help protect your area's rivers and lakes. Another natural disaster that happens when it doesn't rain very much is a forest fire. A forest fire happens when it hasn't rained in a long time and the trees get very dry, so it's easier for a fire to start. Forest fires are really bad because they can burn a lot of trees and they can destroy animal habitats. Sometimes fires can start in the jungle. A jungle is similar to a forest because there are usually a lot of trees, but it is different because tropical animals like the jaguar, the monkey, and the parrot often live in the jungle. A flood happens when it rains too much and the land is covered in water. A flood can be very annoying if you have to walk or ride your bike in all this water. A flood can also happen inside your house when the pipes in your kitchen or bathroom break. Another natural disaster that can happen when it rains a lot is a hurricane. A hurricane is a mix of strong rain and very powerful winds. It often happens in places with tropical weather. A hurricane can be more dangerous than a flood because it's extremely windy and rainy. If there's a hurricane in your area, you definitely shouldn't go to the beach. In fact, you should probably stay home. When it snows a lot and it's very windy, you get a type of snowstorm called a blizzard. A blizzard is more common in places with cold weather in the winter. Sometimes blizzards happen in places where there are lots of mountains. There's a special kind of mountain called a volcano. When the volcano is sleeping, it's really beautiful. But when it wakes up, fire and lava can fly into the air. It's like an explosion. But don't worry, this doesn't happen very often. When the volcano explodes, we call this an eruption. Finally, let's talk about earthquakes. An earthquake is an event where the ground moves, shakes, and sometimes even breaks. This is an example of another natural disaster that doesn't happen very often, but when it happens, you should definitely ask an adult or call the emergency services number in your country for help. Now you're ready to complete the vocabulary exercises of this unit. First, you're going to read a text about natural disasters and extreme weather. Then, you're going to complete exercise 1, 2, and 3. Good luck!